everybody, to a brand new monthly special that I will be doing with my favorite girls on the planet called Down the Rabbit Hole. And we are going to be discussing the wildest and craziest things that happen. Now, it'll be once a month because we have to research all of these wonderful things that we'd like to bring to you so that you can be in our crazy wild world of crazy wild worldness. All right, so you guys remember Foxy?
Hi.
She's a symbol on the Big Vito brand, an author. She is writing a book about professional wrestling. She's got a Patreon. She's going to put all of that over. And Danny joined us in the chat. Hello. And Amber is our girl from back in the
guys.
wrestling days who we love. And we are trying to get a reunion together so that we can all party. And I want to take all the girls to Magic Kingdom. So you guys got to get your stuff together so you can come down, and I'll even bring Vito.
Again, are you
no idea what he's in for? None.
He has no clue.
None.
Not with the three of us together.
No, he's going to introduce the portions of us together, but not all of us all together, and that's
exactly.
And he's in the chat, or you're listening. Make sure you join in the chat. Foxy, what were you saying?
I was going to say, Vito's dealt with us individually, virtually. Being in person is a whole nother story.
Oh, yeah, it is.
He has no idea. There's very few people that have been exposed to the full Monty of our little group. He's not one of them.
No.
Excuse me, if I'm drinking a lot, it's because I'm drinking dry in here for some reason.
So,
I was actually thinking real quick before you say we're going to talk about all these weird things that go on. It's like you realize 9 times out of 10 they're going to all be based in like Florida, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, most likely.
All the weirdest shit comes out of Florida. And since I live here, I can confirm the weirdest shit on the planet happened. I have seen things since I have moved to Florida that I never thought I would see. I've seen alligators come right up and knock on people's doors. Literally seen it. Like, I've seen weird shit. Today, there were 2 girls that are, I think, about 20 years old that dressed up like old ladies because you can only get the COVID vaccine here in Florida if you're over 65. They dressed up in wigs and gloves and bonnets and legitimately got their first COVID shot today.
No,
that's
kind
of genius.
That is.
I've been trying to get one, and like, I'm at risk because I have health problems. Vito works in assisted living. Neither of us can get the COVID vaccine. I'm thinking about putting this purple hair under one of my gray wigs. I already use a walker. I mean, I think I'm there, right? And I'm
Go for it.
Pull it off.
Go for it.
Like 56, he might be able to play that out, but. That's weird. So, yeah, Florida's weird. Plus, we are all weird in our own way. We wear our own weird crowns. We're proud of it. I don't ever want to be normal. I know you guys don't want to be normal because that's very important.
Okay.
So, maybe things out of our personal lives.
What's normal?
We have to bring on Devin Sturgis because Devin and I experienced, and we've talked about it in the podcast before, people keep asking me to bring him back, was the time that we went to a wrestling show out in West Virginia. I think the town's name was Turkey Kill. I mean, legit, I think the town's name was Turkey Kill.
Probably.
And we were with Tracy Smothers. So it was one of those weird things. But driving back through Gettysburg, we had a massively scary supernatural experience. So I want to bring him on to discuss that on a future show. But this show...
Just a reunion with him, too, would be awesome.
I ruined Amber's life with this show, and I'd like to...
Catch me up a couple of nights, I'm not going to lie.
I have a really hard time sleeping. And when I start to think, sometimes bad things happen. I don't know what made me look up the word Brussels sprout. I don't know what it is. Oh, look who's here.
Hey, Vito.
My baby's right there.
We just were saying, well, hold the top of that. We were just saying how the girls are going to come down for a visit. I'm going to take them to Magic Kingdom. And they said, you have no idea what you're in for.
I can't wait to find out.
You're going to make us take to the bar and do all those things, sir?
I'll be your love slave.
Oh boy!
Kind of
Promises.
Are you gonna let us do whatever we want?
Whatever you want. What happens here stays here.
It's
Oh,
Florida. Let's get
boy.
weird.
You know what? I was just gonna say that. You took it.
So
right?
awkward in here, isn't it?
How's your show going, guys?
Good. We're just about to discuss the topic. Have you ever heard of the Mandela effect?
I've heard of it. This is way above my head, so I just get out of here right now.
Vito's like a normie. He's normal.
Oh my god.
But you're normal
No,
and
I'm
weird
just
like
no.
that.
You know what it is? I'm just a sexy son of a bitch.
That's exactly it.
Damn right.
He couldn't stay off the show if the three of us were on it. I
Right.
knew he was gonna slide his way.
Of course.
Look, he laughed.
All right,
You
guys.
could jump on the chat if you'd like, Vito, from your phone or.
There we go.
You go lay down in the boudoir.
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 So
See you later,
fancy. Mwah.
Hi, honey. Love you.
Bye.
Here's my big
So
Vito.
cute.
John Brody's in the chat. John, thank you for joining us. He thinks we're all the coolest, by the way, just so you guys know.
He's not wrong.
No. So anyway, back to the
Yeah.
topic. I don't know what made me look up Brussels sprout. I don't eat them. Vito does. But when I realized that my whole life I've been spelling it Brussels sprout and saying Brussels sprout, it actually has an S on the end of Brussels, like it's possessive, like Brussels sprout, like the location Brussels. Somebody said it's silent. I don't know. I've never said it. But that got me going down the rabbit hole, and I had to drag people with me. So, of course, I posted it on social media, and I have a private account where my dear friends are on it, and I ruined everybody's night. Then I introduced Amber to more of the Mandela effect and ruined her week.
I was
then
so
we
happy
ended up
with
here.
it. Yeah. I was so happy that you guys discovered it. I'm like, oh my god, they finally figured out what the Mandela effect was because I'm such a dork about it. I'm such a dork about the Mandela effect.
So then, how did you not tell us about it before?
Because it ruins people's lives.
I knew about it, but I didn't realize how deeply it had gone until I saw the word Brussels sprout. I actually watched, and I sent this to you guys. You watched the Angry Video Game Nerd, which I love. I think he's hysterical. Nick loves him, my son.
Oh yeah, he's great.
So obviously he loves him. So we had a episode of that came on where he talked about the Bernstein Bears are actually the Bernstein Bears, but I don't remember that. I remember the Bernstein Bears, right? So that's a Mandela effect. You know, a little bit about what a Mandela effect is. I did a little bit of research for the program, realizing that Mandela is actually referring to Nelson Mandela, where people thought they learned about him dying in school while he was in jail fighting apartheid. But he didn't die in jail. He actually came out of jail and became president of South Africa. But most people remember learning he died. And when I thought about it, I remember learning about Nelson Mandela being in jail in school. But I don't remember learning anything after that about Nelson Mandela. That got me started. So I figured we would have a little gathering of the hotties, go down the rabbit hole together, because we all used to be the Jersey wrestling hotties.
Yes. Somehow, some way back in the day.
A million years ago when I was dumb and 20, we did this thing. And now we're all together again, friends for a gazillion years. We've been friends for like 20 years, guys. You know?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
See,
so crazy.
like, I like. Okay, conspiracy shit here for a second because I'm crazy like that. Okay, see, people are really gonna get into this time.
Oh boy, we're in trouble
because like the whole Mandela effect, you know, it boosts the theory of like an alternate timeline that's kind of like coinciding with ours and all of that stuff, which is why millions remember one thing one way, millions remember it another way. And if you really think about it, this is technically our own alternate reality because none of us are supposed to be friends.
That's true.
This should not be happening right now.
True.
Alternate reality, another universe for us. Maybe in another universe we all feud with each other. But in wrestling, nobody wanted the women to be friends. John Brody says, when did we all get old? It's okay to be old.
We didn't get old.
It's really good to look good, and we look good at it.
No, we're like wine, dry and bitter.
We all
Yes.
look pretty much the same, except I have more of my own hair. And that's about it. I'm a little smarter, a little blinder, but we're all right.
Wow.
We're vintage, Danny says. We're vintage. And that is
We're
true.
vintage.
We're like fine wine, like Foxy said.
We are.
I'm more like cheese, but you guys are fine wine. Anyway, so alternative universes is fascinating. And next time I want to talk a little bit more about that too, because I want to talk about time travel and stuff on our next episode. But look at Foxy's face.
Yeah.
Time travel is cool, and I have tons of examples, and we'll talk about them.
Okay.
But this thing got me. So I go through this list of Mandela effect stuff because I want to live in Amber's head rent free. So
Good luck.
I decided to go through this list, and I know Foxy's got a list of stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
And,
I actually did not do any research, so
that's okay.
you guys are getting pure reaction.
I like that you didn't, because you knew what Mandela effect was, but you were new to this. So this way, you're going to have some sleepless nights, so maybe we'll send you some NyQuil or something. But if you have an Amazon list, I'll send you the NyQuil. I want to start with one that got me that I never thought about, and is totally random until I saw it today.
Oh, boy.
So you guys know Oscar Mayer hot dogs.
Yes.
How do you spell it? There's a whole song, the whole advertisement for Oscar Mayer hot dogs was a song.
Mm-hmm.
Mayer?
Oscar Mayer isn't spelled the way most people think it's spelled. It's Oscar. Then your bologna, because it's bologna too, has the second name. And Mayer, not Mayer.
Okay.
There's a whole song about hot dogs and bologna. There's a whole song. But everybody thinks Oscar Mayer is spelled the other way. And here's something funny. People even pulled up old Oscar Mayer delivery truck pictures with it spelled the other way. Old black and white photos. So is that a dimensional thing? Or is Oscar Mayer really spelled this way? Think about it. If they can pull up pictures that are black and white spelled differently, is it just somebody's mistake that painted it wrong? Or are we in an alternate universe where Oscar Mayer bologna is spelled different?
I'm going to say alternate universe.
Yeah, because I remember it with the A. I'm going to go alternate.
Foxy, give Amber one. Blow her mind.
I'm going to give one that actually blows your mind, too, because I found two that correlate directly to us.
Oh boy.
Go for it.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
I know what you're going to say.
Yes, we all, till our dying breath, will repeat the words, mirror, mirror on the wall. But apparently, according to sources, we've all been saying it wrong, and it is actually magic mirror on the wall.
That is one.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing with this one. Is this alternative universe, or are people remembering it from the fairy tale? The original Grimm's fairy tale book, because I'm a Snow White mark. The original fairy tale book says mirror, mirror. And Disney's says magic mirror. But if you think about it, not everybody read that fairy tale book.
Exactly.
So where did even Disney get magic mirror on the wall?
See, no, I'm going alternate reality here because this is where it falls into the whole alternate reality thing. When millions of people remember it one way, only for them to go, no, that's never been it, makes you question what the hell is going on. One or two people remembered it one way. Fine, whatever.
Not
millions?
Gonna remember it. The fairy tale.
Yeah, I don't remember Magic Mirror, but I do actually have the Grimm fairy tales. I have my books, so I can look that up and.
But that's interesting. Right? Is
Nice.
that not completely like a different thing? There is a YouTube video that I watched that said sometimes these things can be explained by association in your brain. There's these things that lump things together in your brain. Like a lot of people think Alexander Hamilton was president of the United States. A lot of people believe that, except Alexander Hamilton was never president of the United States. He was president of the Treasury. Now, the reason they think people lump him together with this is not alternative universe, but it's because in your brain, he's on money. There's a musical about him, like there is John Adams and Thomas Jefferson, and a lot of people think Ben Franklin was president. He was a founding father, but he was never president of the United States, but he has a musical. They say that certain things in certain categories will lump together, and that people think that because your brain does this, that there's certain things that can be explained, but there's certain things that can't be explained. Here's one of the things they can't explain. When people sing "We Are the Champions" by Queen, "We Are the Champions," he just says at the end of the song, "We are the champions," and then it stops. But people continue on at the end of that song and add words to the end that are not there.
They're there.
They've got to be
They are there. They've been there.
Alternative universe stuff, right?
They've been there. For Christ's sakes, they've been there.
And you think about this and you think, how could people think they're there? Could it be a live recording where perhaps he said them? Or alternative universe? I think alternative universe. They are there. Everybody believes we are the champions, my friends, and it keeps going. But at the end of the song, they say it just cut off. Could he have done an alternative live recording? Well, not everybody's going to hear an alternative live recording. So why do we all think that's the end? Watch sometime if you're playing it at like if you're at a sports game or wrestling show or something like that and they play it, people will always finish the end of that song.
Yep.
They never leave it hanging. Alternative universe. Foxy,
or did somebody just start it to mess with people?
That's true too. Sometimes you can start something and it goes and it spans out.
True. The other one I had actually is a song too, so that really makes sense. This one I learned about a year ago, and it utterly blew my mind to the point where I was questioning my own reality. Believe it or not.
Oh boy!
So the song by the Eurythmics, which was a cover, "Sweet Dreams." Okay. We all know it's "Sweet Dreams," and in parentheses is the rest of the title, which is "Are Made of These." Marilyn Manson covered it. I had a t-shirt that said the back, "Sweet Dreams are made of these." That's apparently not the case, as it's now "Sweet Dreams are made of this." So it went from these, THEs, SE, to this, THIS. And of course, I'm rebuttaling it. I'm like, no, that's never how the song was. If you sing along to it, that's not how it goes. I have the Marilyn Manson version. I will check. And I did. And now it all says this instead of these. And it
check your entrance videos.
It messed me up for so long because that's not. I've been singing that song since it came out in the 80s. I heard it almost every weekend in the late 90s, early 2000s. I'm like, no, it's these. Sweet Dreams are made of these. These rhymes with disagree, not this. Like,
that's a mind blower. I'm blown by that. I'm completely blown by that. And the thing is that you believe what you hear, and then your ears betray you. Alternative universe.
Alternative universe.
Yes.
That's the only explanation I could think of for these is alternative universe. How about this one? Curious George, the cute little monkey from all the little children's stories and the man in the yellow hat. And Curious George didn't have a tail. Now, I clearly recall Curious George swinging from his tail in the book. No tail. Now, monkeys have tails. Apes don't have tails. Monkeys have tails. He's clearly referred to in the book as a monkey. No tail. Where did his tail go? He had a tail. I'm telling you, he had a tail. Children's books and children's events seem to be a lot of these, guys. Have you noticed that? like the Bernstein Bears, like the movie where people think Sinbad was in a genie movie
Oh, yeah.
called Shazam, and it was actually Shaq in Kazam.
Yes.
But people swear they saw this movie with Sinbad in it. That's another
Mhm.
childhood. I honestly have a theory. Do you guys want to hear my crazy theory?
Absolutely.
When do we not?
It's a good one too, because once upon a time, I believe that I know when the universe switched. I think I know when the universe switched. You're going to think it's ridiculous, but I definitely know. I
The
was
slap heard around the world.
When Foxy got the sense
I
slapped
know
out of her.
See, I got married, and I married confirmed bachelor Vito Grasso. And after that, see, before that, I was fine. Everything was good. But after I got married, all of a sudden, I wasn't able to walk anymore. I stopped being able to walk. That's weird. That's not normal. I've walked all my life. But all of a sudden, I can't walk. And things started getting weirder from then. And it just kept getting weirder and weirder and weirder. Now, I'm not trying to say that the universe centers around Vito Grasso being single.
We'd be in trouble if that were the case. I'm sorry.
All of a sudden, Trump's running for president. Okay, we had all kinds of it's Vito's fault. We have all kinds of things that have changed and that are different, and people's opinions change, everything changed, and it all goes back to the day that Vito, and I'm not done, another confirmed bachelor got married on the same day as Vito and I, George Clooney. I think Vito and George Clooney getting married fractured the universe.
I forgot George Clooney got married.
Yep, on the same day. In fact, they mentioned it at the wedding. When we had our wedding, they mentioned that, there was another bride and groom that had got married today, but we think this one's a more beautiful couple or some, stuff like that. But I don't see us as more beautiful than George Clooney, but two confirmed bachelors. Now, these are the only two that we know about, and it's September 27th, 2014 is the day that Vito and I got married. I'm saying if we did our research, it is possible that all the confirmed bachelors got married on that day that were well into their 50s and fractured the time. It's a theory, right? Because I walked perfectly fine before then, and all of a sudden I can't walk. All of a sudden Donald Trump's running for president. All of a sudden there's all these crazy things happening that never happened before, and the whole universe now we're in a pandemonium or whatever they call it, pandemic, and everything's happening. And I think it's because I married Vito, and George Clooney married his wife Amal. It's my theory.
That's funny.
All your fault.
See, I know that there is. I actually know there is a theory. Go ahead, honey.
Go ahead.
There is a theory that explains as to when they do believe it happened. I just can't remember, and I'm trying to look for it now.
I just opened my phone, and the name Paul Orndorff showed up. I'm not really. Maybe he has something. I'm not sure why that's even there. But I don't believe Leonardo DiCaprio got married. I don't think he'll ever get married.
No.
I don't think he'll ever get married.
All right, this is explaining it.
Got married September 27th, 2014.
No, I mean there's a lot of beliefs going on that it is an alternate reality, basically based off of just the fact of what happened as far as like the entire world in general. They're like, with all the strange weather and then the presidency stuff, it's like this definitely feels like an alternate timeline, but I can't find exactly when, because there was one I had read about when I went down that rabbit hole that said this is what happened and this is where the timeline is now and blah 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 blah. This is also a couple years ago. I've been doing this for a while.
Yeah, you've been down the rabbit hole effectively for quite some time.
Yeah, I have.
There's so many of these examples. The spelling of Kit Kat with a hyphen, the spelling of Chick-fil-A, like what they always seem to be spelled this way. What's the difference? There's a lot in movies. there's a lot in the movies. There's Darth Vader saying, "Luke, I am your father," which he
Mhm.
never said. Forrest Gump, "Life is like a box of chocolates," was not said that way. It was incorrect. Those you can always kind of write off. Mr. Rogers' theme song was a little different. "It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood." "Is a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood" was not the original beginning to that.
Mhm.
There's a lot of those.
Okay, found it. It is okay. Here's the crazy rabbit hole. Because I remember this freaked me out like so much. Like I was having panic attacks this day and I was on Xanax. Because again, people, a lot goes up here. Like I'm really, really weird. Okay. This is a girl that used to live off of the show Sightings and like Unsolved Mysteries as a child. So this is messed up. Okay. So a lot of people actually believe the timeline shifted December 21st, 2012. Because if anybody remembers, that was supposed to be the end of the world according to the Mayan calendar. Now, of course, the end of the world didn't happen. It did not stop me from sitting here all day long going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, because I'm weird like that. So yeah, the underworld obviously did not happen as predicted via the Mayan calendar. And of course, they keep pushing the dates back because Mayan calendar is not the same as the Gregorian calendar and blah, 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 blah. But people believe that's when the timeline shifted, that it was the end of one world timeline. And while the world still stands still, that timeline died. And we are now in a separate timeline because that's when everybody started seeing the whole things with Nelson Mandela because he died in 2013. So everyone's like, okay, wait. Whoa. So anything 2012 and not beyond, but before is what's changed. Yes. And then everything from
alternative universe.
Yes, and then anything from 2012 up till this point is the new timeline and the new memories.
And what's to say that that didn't actually happen?
Exactly.
Alternative timeline, Vito kept his beard. In an alternative timeline, Vito has a full head of hair.
What would that be
like? He's Italian. He's Irish in an alternative timeline.
Oh my God. A full hair-headed Italian Vito.
Vito told me and Nick last year in 2020 that he was going to grow hair. He goes, "This is the year." Well, he didn't grow hair. So now we started talking about it with my mom and my sister the other day. And Vito's like looking at all these hair transplant things and all this other stuff. But Vito has hair. He has a full head of hair. You can see in the evening his timeline, his hairline comes down. Timeline. Too many alternative universes. You can see it. So why he just doesn't grow hair? I told him, put on a wig and see what you look like. And he goes, well, no, that would look fake. And I'm like, well, you're looking at people that are tattooing hair on their head. How's that not look fake? Like, super cheap. Grow hair. Grow some hair. It'll be okay. Grow some hair. But no, he hasn't yet. He's debating still. Don't you think he should grow hair? Wouldn't it be interesting to just see what he looks like? He hasn't had hair since the 80s.
I like him bald personally. Like,
you like Vito bald?
Yeah.
Like I don't want to see it, but it's like rubbernecking on a highway with a car crash. Like you kind of want to see it, and you know it's horrible.
When we come down, he's gonna have to do it.
The last time Vito had hair, I think I might have been 4. Like, I really do. I think I was like 4. Like, I wanted to. I have no idea he could look. And when he grew the beard in, I thought that was super. I liked the beard. I was into it. Like it was kind of like really sexual thing. But I like the bald head too because I like, I'm like into the cool thing. I like bald thing. So I thought maybe, it would be something different. I mean, I have hair all the time. It'd be nice. He gets I wear wigs and I color my hair different. It's nice to have a tool. Like an alternative universe, there's some hairy Vito out there. So we're a bald Noel somewhere out there.
We already hit the timeline with a near bald Noel, though.
Yeah, a couple times actually.
Yeah.
Early on, you guys witnessed the hair frying of Noel, and then you guys missed the stroke medicine baldness of Noel. Was fun. That's actually right around the time I started podcasting. I had to wear a wig because I was so bald.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what I would give to rock a different hair color and style every fucking like day?
He was pretty cool.
Exactly. Like, I mean, Silver Lining. That was fucking awesome.
It wasn't bad. And I had all kinds of different wigs. I had short, I had long. I had like it was great. You know,
I
and
loved
when
your
had
wigs.
the hair fry, I had the clip thing. I kind of like having my own hair because in Florida it's really hot. So you can't always wear a wig, but
Yeah.
I still have a closet full of them right around the corner there that I can wear anytime I want.
See, there you go. Put one on Vito. We'll see what he looks like with hair, and we're good.
He has an Elvis wig. I should call him in the bedroom and tell him to put the Elvis wig on.
Yes!
Oh my god.
But you know, he dresses like Elvis. It's like his hobby. He has the white jumpsuit and he sings the songs, but he sings them with that Staten Island accent and makes up his own words.
Oh, he's got to do it now. We've got to see the alternate universe with him with hair.
Guys, I'll send you
gotta
pictures,
happen.
but I'll get him to come on the show and do it for you guys. So, you know, he won't do it now because he's laying down. He's probably asleep. But yeah, so the alternative universe Vito definitely has a ton of hair. John says his wife hates when he tries to grow his hair in. I'm all for like however you feel comfortable. He's comfortable bald. He really doesn't like hair. He's, you know.
You know what? It's one of those things too. Is just once you're used to it, you're used to it. Because I mean, you guys remember Damien had hair.
Yeah, he did.
Hair, you know.
Long
And like
hair.
now, I could never picture him with hair ever again in my entire life. Ever.
I like his look now, though. He has that like
it works.
a little bit. It works for him. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys got the bald look. I'll tell you, when he shaved his beard, you guys want to hear alternative universe. Sitting in here in the office working, he comes around the corner, and I didn't know he was shaving his beard. And I remember, I love the beard. He comes in with a 1980s cop porn mustache.
Oh my god.
Just this. And he was like, babe, I kind of like it. I was like, turn your ass around right now and shave your entire face. I'm like, that is not happening.
Like,
You look like Buck Nasty. Turn around and shave your face right now. I wouldn't have it. He's like, no,
wow.
but I kind of like it, guys. It looked like somebody pinned the tail on fucking Mr. Clean. Like, it looked like it was bad.
That's funny.
That was alternative universe Vito and another universe where he can stay happily away from me because it was not good. But I would support the trying of the hair as an alternative universe. The other thing that gets me about this, guys, is sometimes you remember brands being a certain thing, and then
Yes.
like Jiffy peanut butter, there was never a Jiffy peanut butter. It was always Jif.
Shenanigans.
I remember as a kid, Jiffy, but there was no Jiffy peanut butter. Like that messes me up too. Like what happened there?
I always remember Jiffy. I remember Jiffy peanut butter and Jiffy pop.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
And I thought maybe I was confusing them, but no, I remember Jiffy peanut butter.
I feel like it disappeared with the Choosy Moms Choose Jif logo.
Yeah, like they changed it with that or something.
Yeah, like at that point they were like, hey, that works. This never existed.
Apparently it never existed. Fruit Loops spelled differently. I always thought it was spelled fruit and then loops, but it's not. It's F-R-O-O-T. Fruit. Who else spells fruit like that? But apparently that's always been the way that it's been. I don't remember it being that way. I remember it being fruit. There's tons. We could sit here all day and go through all these. The bottom line is, I definitely think, and I like your Mayan calendar theory. I like my bachelors got married theory. It killed the universe. Amber's pulling out some huge bottle.
Hey, I got the same one in green.
Oh,
yeah. Got to get my water in.
Mm-hmm.
I got to get my tea, Arnold Palmer vodka.
Oh, I got sake in the fridge. It's waiting.
I put lemon. There's lemonade vodka I put in this Arnold Palmer. I usually just drink plain Arnold Palmer, but I figured keep it on. Danny says she has a purple one. So, you know, we have different bottles.
There we go.
So everybody, do you think your mind has been blown this evening with this discussion? Like we could go further, but do you think your mind has been blown with this discussion?
Definitely.
Yeah, I
Amber.
think there's like such a rabbit hole we can go down, and you already know what you did.
I mean, we could literally go through a million different things,
Oh my God,
different
so many.
categories. We could go movies, we could go foods, we could go Looney Tunes, not spelled tune,
Yes.
spelled
Yes.
tune like Merry Melody. We could go through a million of these, but the bottom line is, consensus is alternative universe, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Guys,
Especially.
next time on the show, I would like to discuss time travel, because there's a lot of proof of people traveling through time. There's different videos, there's different photographs, there's a Charlie Chaplin movie outtake with a woman on a phone. Like, there's a lot of things that I would like to discuss when we resume here next month. Is that an okay topic for everybody? Foxy, I know your answer.
That works.
But I would like to discuss time travel, what our theories are about it, what we, different examples. And if you guys have ever experienced anything where you believe you may have traveled somewhere in time.
Now,
with an alien travel story that I would like to share with you all next time.
Now,
Oh boy.
when you talk time travel, though, do you mean past, future, or are we talking time travel, different timeline? Because I believe I've done that several times.
We're going to talk about it all, because I have an incident, and the fact of the matter is, I had left you two, and this is after I had left you two. This is when the incident happened. And I had someone with me, so I wasn't the only one that was involved in the incident. I'm not bringing that person on because he's my ex-husband, but still.
Yeah,
that's a good person with me that witnessed the incident. So I want to talk about that next time. Guys, do you have anything you'd like to plug, Foxy? I know you do.
Oh, dear God. You got another 30 minutes? Okay, I do this.
I run the network, so you got as long as you want.
Yeah, I'm getting accustomed to doing this. Okay. To anybody watching right now, if you want, oh, she's wearing my design. Look, that's me. That's my head. If you love the shirt that Amber is wearing on the TV right now, go to vivafoxyfoxy.threadless.com. I got shirts, I got journals, I got buttons, I got magnets of my cartoon face, as well as a bunch of other motivational shit that I say on Instagram. You can follow me at Viva Foxy Foxy. That's FOXY. Same handle on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, Pinterest, and a TikTok that is not active.
Get on there. You're missing Vito's original material on TikTok.
Oh no, I watch all of his stuff. I just don't post anything.
All right, you guys are going to make me sign up just so I can watch.
Oh, you have to, because sometimes Vito does some really funny stuff. We post wrestling and things on there, but he does funny little routines and dances, and it's pretty funny.
It is. It's
you wouldn't
hysterical.
expect it from him, but I would. But you guys probably wouldn't expect it.
Yeah. Let's see. Where else?
Anything else there, babe?
Yes. I am currently almost finished with the first draft of my wrestling memoir, Tell Me Who I'm Supposed to Be. If you guys want to support my journey to an editor just before publishing, head on over to patreon.com/foxyfoxy. Pick a tier, support. That way we can get it to the editor and then to the publisher. And then you could read all about the debauchery that led to this thing that is talking to you right now.
But we love that thing.
I know.
You get to learn all about this little threesome that we're supposed to do.
Oh, yes. Yes, you do.
Yeah. We definitely, we were not supposed to happen.
No. 20 years, we proved them wrong. So,
damn right.
Amber, do you have anything that you would like to put over?
I'm good.
Join you back here next time?
Yeah, I'll be back next month. It's awesome.
We're gonna have to get Amber some stuff, Foxy.
Yeah.
I'll get into it a little bit more as we go on. It was fun.
We'll get you some stuff. Guys, as always, you can check out the Big Vito brand wherever you listen to your audio podcast, as well as patreon.com/the Big Vito brand. We have daily podcasts on there, as well as Wrestling 101, where you can learn all about pro wrestling with Big Vito. I Love Viti, where Vito and I brawl, and we really brawl this week. And bunch of other things. We also take adventures on there. I don't know if you guys saw the recent Disney adventure, but it is free on Patreon. We went to Magic Kingdom, and it was a blast. Also to Twitch, where you're on right now. Make sure you click the subscribe button below. We have all kinds of content, all kinds of new shows, and we'd love to have you guys on board. All social media, we are under the Big Vito brand, and I am under Magic Tea Spiller. For Foxy, for Amber, and for the Big Vito brand, this is Noel saying good night. Don't forget, wash your hands. Bye bye.